On and pop it now. We got it going on. Let's see, I got a little bit of beverage left. You know, nice night out on the town. Hey, what can I say? Shit, I'm gonna go a little bit of hot sauce. A little bit. Damn, can't believe I left my damn salt over there. I'm gonna have to go get my salt though. I need my salt. Gotta have salt and pepper. That's what y'all gotta get y'all. Gotta get y'all some of that. Just some of that salt and pepper up and through y'all. But I ain't doing that, man. I got the big boy salad. We got the big boy palate chicken. Boy, with the big boy size, boy, we got the Spanish rice with the macaroni. Yeah. So, I was gonna see what was up with some different stuff, but mm-mm. No, I didn't want to work with it. Mm. Got the tortillas too. But, the tortillas is what you want. That's what you're going for. You out there, some of them tortillas. Yeah, it's one of my special. It's one of my specialties right here. Yeah. Mhm. And a night like tonight, it's cold out there. You hear me? The macaroni on fire though. Yeah, it's cold outside, but it's macaroni on fire. You hear me? Let's put some out. Mm. Mm-hmm. It's one of my specialties though. Can't forget about the big boy salad. Got some jalapenos up into there. Yeah, I got some jalapenos in there. Then I got some croutons in there too. And I got the cheese. I got the cheese up in there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got that boiled egg. I got that boiled egg off in one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know I had that in. Mm-hmm. Mm. Like a seafood boil. But it's a chicken boil. Mhm. know, good Saturday night. I see everybody is out and about tonight. Mm-hmm. Everybody on a night on the town. Uh, a night on the town, you know, a night on the Roxbury's. That's what they used to call it. Mm-hmm. A night on the Roxbury. A night on the, a night somewhere for real. I remember one day I was trying to go have a nice night. And you know what? And I was still thrown off from that night, trying to get away from motherfucker, trying to get away from frequency. Mm-hmm. Ended up not even going around the town. Like, it was a night on the town, but it wasn't right. Well, my idea what it was. I don't know spiritual warfare like I know it now. Mm-mm. I don't know spiritual warfare like the back of my home. Mm-hmm. I can tell you this about it. Mm-hmm. I don't sit around. Mm-hmm. Sit around and wait for them. Mm-mm. You gotta best move. You know, understand what that is immediately. You know, I know they mad. It don't matter to me. Tomorrow I'll be cooking something house food. Did I mention? This is good to me. So one more thing about the macaron, they not gonna, they ain't gonna play no guy. I don't know. When it come down to grilling and chicken, mm-mm. When it come down to grilling and chicken, but they ain't gonna play with you out there on the grill. They whip up that mac to that mountain, piping hot, boy. That's the reason why I mess with them. You know, like I said, I know now. Mm-mm. You care nothing about that. Mm-mm-mm. They think they could deal with us over here like that, and we would react to that. Mm-mm. I'm gonna tell you why. You know the reason why? I ain't gonna exacerbate my energy about it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Energy I got, I need to break this down. Yeah, we got that. That's that rotisserie. Yeah. All you gotta do, if you want some real rotisserie, just put it in the oven. You gotta season it first. If you got an open grill, you get a better, flavor on there. I don't know. Who we got in there? Is that Shirley? What's going on, Shirley? What's up, Will? I see you. Shit, y'all know me. I'm down there full already, but you know, last night I was eating, and I did get full, but I had to sit here a little bit. I guess that's what them people do when they go to the all you can eat. Or something about when you go to the all you can eat. There's something about um, once you get full sitting up in there, you be wanting to. Once you get full sitting up in there, you be want to go once you get full. You know. I mean, I do. But I know some people can go in there, sit down, yeah, eat some shit, they'll take a break. Take a break for a little while. You ain't gonna start back eating again. You know, and go use the bathroom. Go do all kind of shit. Come back. And start all over again. That's crazy. Mm-mm. I ain't finna go use no bathroom. I do use the bathroom. I really gotta go there. Well, that's how they do it. Charlie got boom. What's going on, man? I see you. I knew I was gonna be full as a tick. That's what? One, two. It's two. Two pieces of chicken. Damn near. I've been having to bring them salads back. I've been eating food, but not too many vegetables and shit. I don't eat canned goods. The only way I eat some canned goods is if that's the last damn thing you can get out the damn thing. It's something out the can. Other than that, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get away with my first one now. And frozen goods, shit. I can't even mess with no frozen good. Every time you get some frozen goods, what they do is when people cut up the stem, they'll cut up the stem. They cut the stems up and shit. So if you say you want um, um, thing of broccoli, so you say I want a thing of broccoli, grab your bag, go to the house, thaw the shit out, put it in a pot. You look in there and see a bunch of stems. Hmm. So you sit there and you wonder, how the hell you get a bag of stems? Hmm. Then you would know. So you want some greens, some real greens. Hmm. You want some collards? Oh my shit, that ain't nothing. You go get a whole thing of collards. Hmm. Peel them, clean them. Mm-mm. Even if you leave the stem in it, you still gonna have the leaf that go with it. That's the thing about. That's the thing about buying stuff. You know, uh, that ain't natural. But they gonna sell you a bag full of stems. You gonna get a few little. You may get the cuttings, the clippings, the little edging, the little trimmings of greens in there with the big ass stem. So you done bought the bag of greens thinking you finna put the collards in there. You open the shit up. It's mainly stems. And it's a little bit of leaf, but not that much. You ain't. I mean, you probably getting a little something, but you ain't getting the right shit. That's why you go to farmers market, hmm places that sell the green by a whole bushel. Hmm. Yeah, that's what you want. Mm. That's the real green phone. When you cook them down, you see you got whole greens. You gotta slice them. You gotta slice them in cubes. Cause you gotta slice them in cubes because the leaves is too big. The leaves is too thick. You hear me? For real. Mm. Well, I'm trying to tell you, that's the reason why I wasn't eating it. Wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing to eat really like that. Mm-mm. I can't have it. That shit ain't right. Cause your body will start being like, man, what is this shit? Like you doing all this, like, like you act like you want to be sick. Hmm. And you ain't got that. You ain't got that. Well, you ain't got the vegetables and shit in you. Fruit, none of that shit. That shit GMO too, though. That's why I don't eat it. Yeah, mangoes in the damn. I gotta get mangoes in the plastic. Mangoes in the plastic cups. Right, not mangoes, mandarins. Right, the little oranges. Gotta get them in little cups. Right. But that's how you gonna get the real shit. If you try to get the fruit off the shelf, bad for business, bad science. Ain't gonna be for the right time. See what I'm saying? So now you resort it back to some shit. Pineapple juice from the can. You get that shit in the can, that's gonna have you. I got me some canned pineapple juice. Cause that shit in that can is what you want. It's really what you're going for when you're out there. But yeah, that fruit though, I don't mess around. No, if somebody come to town and they got a farmer's market, and people start pulling up with their shit from their farm, organic, oh, I'm up there. I mean, I wouldn't mind being there. Mm-hmm. You got organic what? Apricots. Nigga, I ain't seen no apricots in years. When the last time you niggas seen some apricots at the store? You ain't gonna see them. You know why? Because it costs money to produce it and do it right. That's why you ain't gonna never see them. Pockets got the mums, right. What's going on, money? But all that fruit, that's special fruit. Like I was talking about the pomegranates and all that shit, that's special. You might want to hang that shit up. You think you just gonna pull up. I remember coming up and people used to have pear trees and shit in the backyard. You go back there and get some pears. You know what I'm saying? Shit, rinse them off and bite into that pear. As soon as you bite into the pear, that motherfucker just juice and shit just start running all the way out that motherfucker. That's how you knew you had some real fruit. Then when you get to the center of the pear, it was full of seeds. See, I came up with that. See, I came up with that type of shit. Good shit. Well, I went to the store. I looked at a goddamn pear. Well, I must have grabbed that motherfucker off the shelf. And man, that pear was that pear was hard as a rock. And I must have threw that motherfucker back over there with the rest of them. And it was all hard. They ain't had no sugar in it. It wasn't sweet. It wasn't right. And I don't even think they had no seeds in them. I don't think they had no seeds. Hard as them motherfuckers was, I knew there wasn't no sense to even try to deal with that shit. I said, no, I can't go with this shit. So they started to mess with the fruits and shit. So you can't find good stuff like you used to now. If you go to a market, you go to a farmer's market, you gonna find somebody in there at a farmer's market. They'll bring you, yeah, they'll bring a nice batch of some, bring a good batch of whatever they got on their farm, pears and shit. Yeah, they'll bring that. Pull up, you buy you a bag of them. Now you to the house. Now you got fresh pears, real. These niggas right here eating hard pears, hard fruit. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, that salad got that basmati vinaigrette. Mm. It's a good combination too. That salad got some jalapenos in it, got some tomatoes in it. I got that raspberry vinaigrette up into it, and some salt and pepper and shit on it. Look, I'm full as a tick. Now I ate what I ate. Four. That's six right there. Them two right there is six. If I eat these two, that's six of them. I'm not doing that. Hey, I'm not. I'm not doing that at all. Mm-mm. I messed around, and got fooled, boy. Now this is a big boy. This is a big boy thing. I'm not lying to you when I tell you this shit. You know, you know. If I tell you I'm doing some big boy shit, and I got the big boy plates and all that shit, you got to believe that. You know, because that come from outdoors. This was homemade. This salad, oh yeah, that homemade that. Did I mention I homemade it? Now, let me tell you something about it. The thing about it, salad is real because it's serious. It's made for real, real shit. But all this stuff come from them. Now, the thing about that is, this. This is the thing about it. The whole program was designed for um, people, few people, at least 2, 3 people or something. I mean, if you eat big like me, see, I eat one time a day. See, I don't eat like breakfasts and lunches and all. Hell no. I do it one time a day. I do it huge. I do it gigantic, and that's it. I don't play no games. I don't want to hear no mediocre shit. I ain't no small shit. Hell, I do it I do it big one time a day, every day, mandatory. All the other shit, I don't care nothing about it. I just know one time within that day, I got to have a whole jurisdiction of shit. Feel me? Mandatory. Mm-hmm. No, I know you might not want. I know you might not want to do it like that, but that's what I be doing. You know what I mean? And that's all I do. You know? See that thigh? Say that. I'm gonna say that for later. Wait till you niggas all kind of ways on the internet. Mm. But nah, for real. Shit. Moving the shit. Okay. I have to make sure I clean up my thing, cause yesterday we was on there, we was chilling and shit. What that happened was, um, I had a bunch of stuff up there, and it was just sitting there. It was after I had already ate it, so it was like, why is it there? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that waste? You know what I'm saying? When you go to the casino and you sit down, you want a clean table to sit at. You know what I'm saying? Like if you come into a place and you want to sit there, you know what I'm saying? I got to make sure that the tables and all that old shit is clean and ready for you to come into their ear and sit down and see what you talking about. Yeah. So that's why it's very important that I represent something to the naked eye. You hear me? That when I present it, yeah. When I present it to the naked eye, it's visible. It's visible to the naked eye, but see what you fail to realize is that not only is it visible to the naked eye, but you can't really see what it is that may have been, you see, up there in a way different from what you might think it is. You see, I'm gonna teach you something else. I'm gonna teach you another little trick I got up my sleeve. Uh, around program, because I be when I be doing what I be doing is I be programming our programs times 5, right? So what they do is my programs times 5. It allows me to have the perfect tools in my toolbox that lets me. You understand what I'm talking about? Where it lets me be able to do it like this on this internet. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know you probably thought I wasn't gonna clean that up. I know you probably thought it was just gonna be like that, and then we was just gonna continue. Mm-mm. Negative. That's exactly not how it was gonna be. You know, it's always funny when people have an idea about what they may think or something like that, and they like just be thinking some shit, acting like some shit. But in actuality, you know, that wasn't even the juris. That wasn't even that wasn't even the case. You know, whatever the case, I ain't trying to case. Let me see if I can clean my glasses, y'all. Cause all my glasses is made of fine. You hear me? Fine crystal. But you can take some fine. You can take some fine crystal, right? And you can hit. Uh, you can hit that fine crystal. I mean, tap it with a little something, tap it with a little piece of metal, and you will hear that motherfucker go ding, like Bon Appetit when they hit that motherfucker like ding ding when they tap the glass with the spoon and all that shit to let you know your food is ready and all that shit. Or I don't know who do it, but I heard it being done before. But you know me, I don't think it's polite to be bringing shit at no table. None of that shit. You know, like a waiter. If I need something from the bitch, I'm not finna be hollering and screaming to this bitch, looking dumb, looking like I'm in a desperate, you know what I'm saying, for some shit, looking like a sucker. Hell nah. I gotta wait till I get her attention. Let her walk up with smoothness. You hear me? Let her see me. Let her get a dose of what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. Let her get a glimpse and the opportunity and a chance to see me. Because it all depends on what she talking about anyway. Because shit, you ain't gonna get no tip. Hell nah. You got poor customer service? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Tip no motherfucker like that. When I when I see, hey, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker snap their fingers and shit, all kind of shit. I ain't got time for none of that. I see you, put it about it. Yeah, holler at me and shit. Oh yeah, can I, what you need and shit. What you want? How can I help you out into this motherfucker? That's what it's all about. Good hospitality. But yeah, anyway, so that's the reason why I got my shit like that, y'all. So you would know. It's like a sack. It's like a sack launch in this game. I know people probably looking like, damn, is that food? Boy, is that a what you call it? Is that a TV dinner? Or what you call it? The free meals and shit? Meals on wheels. Hell yeah. Could mistake it. Could mistake it for meals on wheels, but you know what? I ain't finna be sitting up here playing no games with these people on this internet. Now, last night, they tried it, right? They did last night. And that was wrong what they pulled. And that was some bullshit. I didn't appreciate it. None of that what they did. So tonight they decide, oh, we gonna do this again. Well, it doesn't matter to me what you do. because I'm creating a lot of content. I'm working over there on TikTok right now. Got a new channel again, as you know how I go. But I got a new channel, and I've been posting little shit. Not me too much, because I don't want motherfuckers to get trapped in my. I want motherfuckers to just see something, see a glimpse of some game, see my words being spoke, being typed, read it, and then connect with it, and be like, okay, I can connect with the information is being provided. See what I'm saying? I can see it. So I can see this person do this, what he's writing. And that allows them to be able to say, okay, do I want to deal, versus me just, oh, this and all this. Hell no, nigga. I'm going to let you see that shit that y'all pulled didn't work. See? And I'm going to let y'all talk about that. I'm going to let y'all have it. But I'm going to put it, I'm gonna put it over there for them so they could, they could deal with it. Because they got to deal with it. Damn, this motherfucker got come back. It ain't got no more power. Now, how is that possible? When I just charged, no, you know what I did? I charged my other one. That's what I did. That's all right. Good thing I got a USB port in my shit. All these dope box. All I need is the port. I could just plug this right there. It's built into this thing. See that? See the lights jumping this motherfucker. As you know, we got some power up in here. Shit. Hell yeah. But yeah, man, like I said, that shit they did on here the other night, last night, that was crazy. Cause it's like I know I got 175 people over here, but it ain't like them 175 people ain't gonna tell where them 175 people at. I got accounts with thousands of people, and I don't even see them. I don't even see all them damn. I wonder where all them damn people at. But I know goddamn well it's more than 4 or 5 motherfuckers on the internet. But it don't matter to me because I didn't already did what I did. But when they look at the video, they gonna be looking and say, "Oh, what is this meal about?" Let's see what he got. Did he eat this? And then, like I said, I'm gonna go get some exotic meals. I just didn't go get it today. I wanted to go get it, but I didn't want to get it today though. But I got a list of stuff that I want to get. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write it down, and I'm gonna yeah, and then I'm gonna grab these particular items, get these particular different things, and bring them into the equation because I gotta have that. But yeah, the more exotic this shit is, the more that people don't eat it, the more that the more that it's more exclusive to. You know what I'm saying? Because stuff like this is just normal stuff. It's regular day. It ain't nothing. Man, I see motherfuckers getting this motherfucker eating grilled cheese sandwiches and shit, and tomato soup and shit. Man, motherfucker on here eat any damn thing. But you know me, I'm trying to bring something. I'm trying to bring some shit to the forefront. What I want to do is, yeah, I want to get that lamb head, dog, because I think that lamb head would be really exciting. That lamb head would be, it'll be really exciting if I can get it, you know, get it, get it up here on this board up here. Sit it right here in the dead center of this motherfucker, right there in the middle. Head facing you, eyes, teeth, all that shit, looking at your ass. While I'm sitting up here eating them, I'm like, yeah, put some chili sauce all around it, motherfucker. Do what the people do, yeah. And some rice, some sticky rice. Have a pile of sticky rice right there. Had a lamb head up here, and then have me some mini some mini cucumbers up there sliced up with some spice vinegar with some spice vinegar up there in the cup. Hell yeah. But that was my idea of what I was gonna do. So my next thing I think I want to do is um, I was gonna throw that shank up there, and but shank ain't shit. Ain't nobody really worried about no shanks like me. You gotta really come with some shit. But that's when I was doing some I was doing some shopping, and I noticed that they got all the stuff that I really, really want over at that damn Costco and shit. Mm-hmm. At Sam's Club and shit. They got them dino ribs. They got them up there. They got like I say, they got the big old T bones up there. They got them they got the big old cowboy steaks sitting up there. Boy, and they been aged. Yeah, they got them. So they got some slabs of shit, but it's like I don't, what I'm saying? I don't really want nothing like I ain't finna put no whole roast on no. I ain't gonna just waste no whole bunch of shit. Like I'm not gonna eat no whole 40 pound a big ass chunk of meat steaks if it's a T-bone. If I can cut a T-bone out of it, a nice T-bone out that slab, and I can prepare that T-bone and have it right, and I sit it up here, I can eat that T-bone and be all right. So I don't need the whole goddamn thing. And it ain't, we eating this shit. We ain't just buying shit and just looking at shit. So I ain't gonna get that big old. But if I was to get that big old T-bone, I would have that man cut them steaks the way I want 'em, and I get them, and then I vacuum seal them, and I store them up. Cause I can get them T-bones about $7 a steak. I can get them. I can get about $8 a steak. If I cut them just right, I can get me $6, $7, $8 a steak out that out that T-bone roast. And I ain't gonna eat no two T-bones because that's too much. I can't handle no goddamn two T-bones. I can eat one and sit up there and slice me up some avocados and shit up there. Oh, you niggas. But no, I was sitting up here and I was thinking about that motherfucking tomahawk. But y'all notice something? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now the last time I was over there, it's been some months. I ain't gonna say it's been about a year. It's been a little less than a year. The last time I was over there checking, shopping and shit. Mm, and you know what I noticed is that them tomahawks, was they was uh they was about $32 last time I was up there. Yeah, that was a month ago though. They were about $32, 33. That was the break. 36, because it was different sizes, different thickness of the tomahawks and shit. So some of them had a little, but you might see one for 40. You know what I'm saying? But they was really all 30 something. Matter of fact, it really was 30 something when I was state to state. When I was state to state, I'd be all out of town and I was getting them for cheap. I was getting them for dirt cheap, but I was not even remembering. Like I'm not really on the West Coast. I'm really out of bounds. So I can get it for a little bit lower than, the average cost. But right now they going for 50 up in there. So that means the price then jumped up $10. Probably more than that. So that's how bad it is up in there. Shit, I seen three sirloins. I seen three what you call them motherfucker ribeyes up in there. And they wanted damn near $80 for them at Walmart. I said, damn, three ribeyes for 80? Shit, that's damn near $1. But you can get the whole brisket for 200. So you rather buy three for 100 than to put another 100 with it and come up with the whole and slice it down. That's what I'm trying to say. We got to go into deep cultivation if we want to do it the right way. So we got to go get us some. We got to get us some chickens. Mm-hmm. Cause I'm gonna tell you where they gonna hit you upside the head at. They gonna hit you upside the head over there at that damn stove in that line. When you come through there with them eggs, and them eggs going for all kind of prices. But you got to think, you can get your own damn eggs Then them chickens, they want probably 20 something a chicken. If you want a whole chicken, it's probably be about. Then they got the deals and shit. You get two chickens for a certain price. But nigga, a chicken ain't nothing. A chicken ain't nothing but a chicken egg to me. So if a chicken ain't nothing but a chicken egg, then when I go to the store, I don't see nothing but motherfucking 30, 20, $30. Hell no. I got the eggs. I got the incubators. I got the heat room. I got the chickens. I got the count. I got to bring them up. You got a few of them, you control them. You got a couple, but you still got different meats and shit like that. But you got your chickens and you got your eggs. But then shit, like I say, if you got ducks too, if you got ducks and you could roll. I don't really like duck meat like that. But yeah, I don't know about duck meat. I mean, if I was hungry, some salt and pepper and shit like that, and roast that motherfucker, like yeah, I'll eat it. Cause motherfucker hungry, like you gonna go and eat that, right? But on a regular day, just as far as me, I don't really fuck with duck like that. But then, I had the duck back there too. I had ducks and I had chicken. But I had the eggs from the ducks, so I was scrambling them up in the morning. And it's always good to have certain shit. You got your little some dirt somewhere out there. Start planting those seeds too for okra, jalapeno peppers. What else you can put out there? Potatoes, onions, tomatoes, mhm, cucumber. Yeah, you can grow all that shit right out in the, yeah. You get as much produce as you can get out there, because you got to understand, produce is from God, and these animals from God. If you can get them and make them do what they're supposed to do and have something going with them, because that's free. Because it's underneath the rule of God, not nobody. Motherfucker can't tell you sitting up there looking dumb, but God didn't give you the access to all this. You can have all this shit, but you don't got it. Then you gotta go to the store and get it. But then when you get up there to the stove, a motherfucker talking crazy, motherfucker talking about tariffs and the fuel, trucking, then motherfucker talking about trucking fuel, and motherfucker talking about shipping and handling, shipping and receiving, and all this shit. Man, nobody got time to hear this shit. And why is it so much? If a motherfucker makes some fuel, he'll make his own gas. That motherfucker just jump out the car. His gas running car, jump up out that motherfucker. Go get that motherfucker run off the battery. But then you gotta think. You get that motherfucker run off that battery, and you'll be sitting up there at that damn thing for about an hour or two, and they're gonna charge the shit out you. They're gonna charge you about $60 for a full charge. Gas ain't even $60, but it is $60 now. But that goddamn electricity, that motherfucker there is it costs more than charge them cars up than it costs to fill it up. With the recession, with the warfare and all that shit, hell yeah, all this shit crazy. So now you gotta sit up here and think, like, damn, how can you maneuver? Save as much as you can save. Save as much as possible. Spend according to what the program is. You know what I'm saying? And get the shit that's necessary to get, and all that other shit don't mean nothing. You know, and make the shit add up. Make it make sense. See, we chasing motherfuckers around town. Hey, you should be chasing commas. You see what I'm saying? That's what you should be doing. Hell yeah. Out there on the street, have your ass back somewhere sitting there on that damn computer. Cause I'm finna open this computer up. I know I've been saying it, I ain't opened it up yet, but I'm finna open it. Everything I said I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it. I don't give a damn how long it takes me to do it. As long as I do it and I set out to do it. That's what it's gonna do. And I know they mad because they want me to do this. They want me to be all head over heels. Like nigga, if I sit up there and be head over heels and tripping and all of those shit, boy, I'll be asleep. I'll be on this motherfucker going through the fundamentals of why motherfuckers sit back looking at me. Go through this shit. Who was that? Ladia. Oh, what's up, there? I see you. I ain't even see you up there. I thought you was somewhere else. Yeah. What's going on now? Well, I'm sitting up here cooling, motherfucker. I'm sitting up here full. That's what it is. And they're ready to doze off. Good doze off. Will doze off. Go doze off. You know? Got to doze off. Hell yeah. Shit. Wake up and put this shit together. Let me see what I gotta do, what I wanna do. No, but you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to run a program with these. I wanted to run a program with these cars. That's what I wanted to do. You know. You know a good thing about that is I could use. I know what I could use. Yeah, I could use. Damn. Now I got something else. Yeah, I wanted to run a program with my other shit, my other channel. That's cool. Like I said, I don't know what they was talking about. They said that they was that they was supposed to be doing what they were supposed to be doing with my shit, with my other programs. You know, I'm just in that looking at it. But like I say, I'm going to program on all my shit. Because people don't understand that. People don't understand how this shit works. Hold on, y'all. Let me go over here and go get my other shit. This motherfucker here going to. I ain't got to sit up here and put up no shit like that. Hold on, yo. Shit. I ain't got to sit up here and do disrespect. Oh, fuck up ass babes and shit. I shouldn't even be sitting there. But no, I'm gonna sit over here. Every time I come over here, shit, boy, I turn up. I don't turn up like that, but you know, I get the kicking back, the kicking game. Why I take you niggas all the way down through there? Y'all be like, damn, why you doing this? Why you doing that? Does it matter? Get these goddamn watch time hours. Excuse on my program, you hear me? That's what it's about. Then after that, we just gonna roll. You know? But like I say, I'm gonna be getting some exotic shit up here because people like to see. People really enjoy seeing, you know, big old lobsters up there and shit like that. Big old lemons and big old shrimps and, you know, corn and, you know, big old shit. Yeah, lobster boils, crab boil. You give me a, you give me 2, 3 king crab legs, man. Big old long motherfucker. You give me 2, 3 of them shit. I'm gonna be fooling them. I'm gonna be full as a tit. Cause you got to think, one of them crab legs is big. One of them motherfuckers is enough. They kind of fool you up. Especially if you got the surfing turf. Don't let me do the surfing turf on them. That's big boy. They already know it's presidential, and it's gonna run me damn near dollar and a half. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, go hit for about 150 or a little bit more, just for that one jurisdiction. So they'll know like, okay, this ain't no there ain't no little boy shit. That's a big boy. And you sit up there, you looking at this big motherfucker. Yeah, zoom in a little bit. Yeah, make sure the camera got the real. You hear me? Make sure you got the sound. What the sound ain't sounding right? Oh, y'all can't hear me? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go buy that microphone thing you put up there. I ain't gonna get the one with the fur and all that shit on it. I'm gonna get the clean. I'm gonna get the one cost like 200. You know, come with 2 of them. Man, battery die on that. Pop that motherfucker back on. That motherfucker right there eating and shit. You can hear it crystal clear. Boy, sound like what you call that shit? Uh, ASM, ASMR, ASMR. Shit, nigga, that type of shit I'm talking about. But you know, with the big boy shit, don't let me go get the don't let me go get the 17 with 2 more lights behind that phone. Wake my game up. in a certain realm, and then have my light, then have a light over this food, because you can't even see this light. If I bring it up some more, shine it over, bring it closer, that's gonna wake the food up. Then the light that's on me, it's gonna be coming this way, so it's gonna wake me up. See the food gonna always have a light on it. It's got all this. See, this is to be lit up. That's how you do that. But see, I gotta figure out a way. Now, if I had two lights to wake this motherfucker up both ways, it'd be cool. But just by being in front, it's cool. But if I get the floodlights, the recording lights, put them right there, cut them on, boom, boom, and have them in a certain, because you gotta you want a certain type of lighting when you're recording, so it can wake your shit up, especially when you got a nice camera. I was running off that Nikon, something like that. And I had them lights and all that shit. That shit looked like $1 million. I look like I'm running $1 million campaign. Got the audio, got the video. It ain't too much. Like I said, motherfuckers be getting down with these phones. It's all about the lights though. Get the right lights beaming in. I got the right products up there. hmm That's what it's about. It's about the right products. So motherfucker get up here eating all kind of crazy shit. I mean, it's cool. It ain't nothing. But people want to see. Yeah, people want to see the exclusive. People want to see the exclusive shit, man. That's what they want. That's really what they're going for when they come out here on the internet. Boy, motherfucker want to see what you snacking on. You know, that's what it is, man. That's all they want to do. They want to see. But see, I'm cultural. I got different cultures and shit that I eat. I eat Chinese food, Vietnamese shit, Filipino shit, Asian shit. Then I eat Mediterranean shit. You know what I'm saying? Middle Eastern shit, Spanish shit, Mexico shit. You feel me? African. Now I don't eat too much African shit. I ain't gonna sit up there and lie and say African shit. I don't even know. I don't even know how to really get. I ain't got no recipes and shit like that. But I do got some shit. When it come down to old school shit, soul food, all that shit. Like a lot of that shit is. But if you know real African dishes, some of that shit they be dipping in that shit. Yeah, yeah. If I can get some of that, yeah, I do a video. Hell yeah, with the African shit. Some of that what you call it, that foo shit, mixing some of that. I just eat some of that goat. Some of that goat with some of that with that okra and shit. Hell yeah, I eat a little bit of that shit. Oh, I eat a little bit of that and all kind of other shit, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's what it's about. Hell yeah. Getting something to snack on. Shit. And then doing it. It's a lot of time invested, a lot of time wasted, a lot of bullshit going on. A lot of people motherfuckers is playing. The game ain't nothing though. The game ain't never, the game don't get tired. The game ain't never got tired. Mm-mm. So, like, motherfuckers had to keep on rolling, you know? Yeah, they had to keep on rolling, man. But like I said, I'm just touching bases with my shit now tomorrow. Well, like I say, I don't know. What's tonight? It was like 8. It was about 9. It's ain't even that late. I don't know. I might throw a couple hands tonight on my other channel. That's what I might do. So y'all be on the lookout for that. If you out there. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for my next videos coming out. That's what you do. That's what you do when you're out there. Be on the lookout for my next one, because I will be coming up. Hell yeah, I'm up and coming. Boy, up and coming on this internet with these videos. with this information. Cause I keep trying to tell y'all this shit get deep. I got the information. They think I ain't got it. Shit. Nigga, I throw these cars across your ass so quick. Make your head spin, tell you about your whole jurisdiction. But you know what? You know the thing about that is that that shit is like my energy and shit be involved with that. I like doing it though, but when I like to roll for clients. See, that's what I like to do. Yeah, I like clients and shit. So, you know, but on a regular day, just to keep me sharp, I'll start throwing them. And then when people start coming in and shit like that, I'll tell them off the top, yes or no. And then, yeah, I'll do yes and no's and all that shit. And then I'll just, you know, start just working with whatever energy is out there. You know, I can tap into my shit, but I'm gonna be documenting too. Mm-hmm. I'll be documenting what's going on. Cause like I said, they went over there and they called themselves. They wanted to sit down and all that shit. Well, people told people, "Man, y'all get y'all ass up out of here." Boy, we ain't doing none of that shit. So we will be talking about some more videos on that shit because that's serious. Cause them boys over there ain't playing. They ain't got no hoe in them or nothing like that. So ain't no sense you sitting back doing that. You gotta kill it for real in your heart. You gotta be stoned down and shit. They talking shit. That's that sucker shit. Niggas ain't playing on the fear shit no more. You gotta really be a killer for real. You gotta be really willing to. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, you get your ass somewhere to sit down because this ain't the time. This ain't the day and age for that type of stuff. Them days is over. But like I say, we'll let them do what they gonna do. When they start kicking up dust and doing that shit, then we gonna be doing what we doing. You know, we won't be doing it over here, but we will most definitely be doing it. Whether we be on the spiritual channel doing it or we over there on real life doing it, but we gonna get busy. We gonna keep it real, nigga. Somewhere you gonna do this shit. Stomp down, you stand up, stand your ass up, and go on over there and do what you said you doing. You know what I'm saying? Cause you trying to run and tell Tony shit on me and my niggas. We watching. We see you, nigga. And that fake ass shit y'all trying to do. Mm-mm. Matter of fact, the world watching. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of shit that didn't took place. A lot of motherfuckers been got wrong, but they know, you know, they know when to hold them and when to fold them. They know what's going on out there. And when to sit up there and play game and act like they crazy. Mm-mm. Come back, tell us a whole bunch of shit. Oh, we did, man, we this and that. No, you're not. You're not. You can't even fuck with that. Now you know, some niggas, you know, motherfucker give motherfucker around for their money. Yeah, of course, everybody gonna give motherfucker around for their money, but you ain't gonna even be able to get on run, cause you ain't gonna even be able to run. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing. What is you talking about? Give them a run for their money. How you gonna give a run for? You ain't gonna even be able to put your feet down there. You ain't gonna be, get your feet wet out there on the street, cause they gonna see what's up with you before you can even think about it. Time and change. Shit moving quick. Motherfuckers got some shit they can move it. They got some new shit out there. Mm-hmm. God did made some deals with some people behind the scenes, and that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the resemblance of what God do. You know, and you know God. You ain't on God's side. Well, you know you ain't on you ain't got nothing good. You ain't too much of a good motherfucker. Like you know the spirit. So you know it's different. You know, yeah, it's different. But you know, like I said, all that other shit, that con artist shit, all that playing that is giggling and looking and shit, nigga, nah. Way serious out there. It should be like that. God said at the end of the times that he would make everything back like that again. The rattlesnake, you could pet that motherfucker. You could pet the lion. You could pet all these animals. You know what? I seen it happen. I seen the motherfucker take a raccoon and make it a pet. I seen the motherfucker take a hyena and make it a pet. And you know, hyenas is vicious. Them motherfuckers, they have the strongest bite force anything on the planet. A hyena. I seen the motherfucker take a wolf and turn that motherfucker into a kitty cat, a pet. I seen motherfucker laying up. I seen the motherfucker up there on TikTok the other day. Mother sitting up there, laying up there on the couch with an alligator on his stomach. He rubbing him up like alligator laying on his lap like a dog, like a alligator laying all the way across his You know, it wasn't no baby. You know, motherfucker about 4 foot tall, 3, 4 feet. Yeah, big size alligator, big enough to snap and hit. And the alligator sitting there looking at him in his eyes, and he's sitting there holding him up. And I'm sitting there looking at the video, and I'm thinking to myself, like, God damn, boy. But then it dawned on me that God said that at the end that he would make all this shit friendly, you know, and you know, make everything different. That's at the end. But right now, this ain't time to be fucking around. But you can, you can work with some vicious shit. You know, I don't work with too much vicious shit. I wouldn't sit up there and try to tame you niggas. A lot of shit you'll knock off. The moment get to hissing and rattling and kicking and biting and hitting, I got to hit you. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna do everything I can to get you because I feel like if I don't get you, you gonna get me, and then if you don't get me, you gonna wiggle and try to sneak up and do somebody else like you just tried to do me. So I'm really gonna get you. I'm gonna get you before you can get to the next person. But I know the next person might not be too crafty. It's me. I know I can get you. So I'm gonna do whatever I can do to hurry up and do it. Hell yeah. Boy, you think I'm sitting up there trying to tame you? We'll make it cute. No, my, yeah. Hell nah. I ain't trying to make you no sucker. I want you to be as vicious. Boy, I want you to be as vicious as you is. For real. When God come, then I'll start petting motherfuckers and shit. I'll start petting snakes, falling asleep with grizzly bears. And I seen a video the other day on TikTok. It was a motherfucker up there laying up there with a grizzly bear. The grizzly bear was at least, I don't know how much motherfucker weighed, at least 2,000, 3,000 pounds. Big old motherfucking grizzly bear. Mm-hmm. Motherfucker had some paw. The claws on that motherfucker was long as my fingers. That was the nails on his ass. The hands was a whole nother. Boy, motherfucker got 2 hands, 4 hands. And he laying up there with that motherfucker like a teddy bear. Big old motherfucker. I said, man, how this nigga tame this big motherfucker here? 12 feet tall, big old bull. Motherfucker weighs some thousands. But but everybody got some code to it. But everybody's scared a little bit. You got to be scared, motherfucker. You just hoping this motherfucker don't trip. But he ain't gonna trip because he kind of used to you. And he don't gotta fight for survival. Territorial, he know that's his territory. You provided it. So, he ain't gonna do too much. He's a wild beast though. He's a wild, full-blown wild animal. And he's known to devour. But, as you work with them when they cubs and you kind of humanize these motherfuckers. So you try to take them out the spirit of what they are naturally. But that's only one in a million. One in every so many. But when I look at that type of shit, I don't see no friend. Motherfucker, I see a snake and it's doing it, hissing and rattling and working and jumping and all that type of shit. Just motherfucker looking and lurking. I'm trying to hit him. I don't want to. I ain't trying to make him nothing. Some of it is cute. Motherfucker is poisonous. Well, I know you gotta know how to handle it. Kids, don't try this at home and all that type of shit. Put a stick on his neck and I'll pick him up and I'll look at his fangs and yeah, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous and all this type of shit. Leave that motherfucker alone. Now, if I see a snake and it's moving that way, it's going that way fast, I ain't gonna fuck with it. Cause it's on its own and it's trying to keep him get, you know what I'm saying? It's trying to get out of the way. It's trying to make sure motherfuckers don't knock it off. Take it down through there. So I would you know, yeah, I would let the motherfucker go. But all that coming up to me and shit, all that petting shit, I don't pet shit. I don't pet shit that bite. And got the potential to do some harm. I seen motherfuckers pick up black widows. All kinds of she's gorgeous and all that type of shit. See the little red spots on her belly and all that. She does it and all that shit. Motherfucker got tarantulas, big ass spider. Motherfucker walking, furry motherfucker. It's moving. They putting their hand and walking on hand to hand, two big ass fangs, and it's like a pet to them. They pet the spider. Hey, what you talking to? They talking to the motherfucker. And I know that's a vicious. I know that motherfucker, that tarantula, that motherfucker vicious. And it'll hit you. Some of them venomous too. But I can't have no man. No, man, I can't have no shit like that. I can't have no pets that's got the potential to take me out. I ain't that close. I ain't that close to shit. I call it being close to the devil. If I got to sit up there with some shit that's got the potential to take me out, I think I'm sitting up there playing Russian roulette with the devil. That's how I feel. But some niggas is adventurous. Some niggas like to hang jump, hang glide, and all that old type of shit. Scale. I know some motherfuckers like to scale the walls and shit. Climb up the Empire State Building and all that shit. With no harness, free climbing, freestyling up the motherfucker. Spider-Man in all the way up. No rope, no clamps, no nothing. Just some shoes. The motherfucker got some type of chalk or something on their hands. Some rough ass hands. Funny ass shoes, and them motherfuckers climb up. Police be up there waiting on their ass. Get your ass in here. Snatch their ass up. Or you have a motherfucker that go up there, downtown New York, go to the Empire State Building, run up past the security, and they be chasing him. Hey, we got one just ran up the steps. Yeah, y'all go up there and get him. But by the time they go up there to chase that nigga up there on that roof, he videotaping. He got the Ray-Ban glasses on. Boy, he jumped clean off that motherfucker. Woo. He got a wingsuit on. That motherfucker know how many feet he didn't drop before he know when to pull that motherfucker. Boy, I be scared of them motherfuckers looking at them people. I see niggas jump off cliffs, cliff divers, cliffhangers. Then they'll take a rock, take that motherfucker, then they'll throw it down there and look at it, hit the water, and then they'll say, okay, that's where I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump behind the rock and all that type. Now I'm not jumping on no cliff. I'll do it if it was my survival to fit it, but daredevil shit, I don't do daredevil. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't do no backflips, none of that shit. No diving boards. I ain't diving off of shit. I ain't jumping off no man. I ain't doing none of that shit. Back in the days, motherfucker might sling some donuts or something. That was as adventurous as I was gonna get. I might get on the gas pedal and I might hit that motherfucker. I might open that motherfucker up and I might hit it. I might hit it for a while till the angels tell me to stop. Till the angels tell me to come up off that gas pedal. Yeah, spirits. Boy, that'd be the only thing give me say, hey, boy, shit, hey, boy, you better come on up off of it. Yeah, you get to listen to the ancestors and shit. Back in the day, when you used to be riding with grandma and them, granddaddy and them, then you scare the shit out of them a little bit. You hit the gas a little bit, pick up a little speed, they'll get scared. Hey, man, what let me out this motherfucker, shit like that. But no, man, hell no. Nah, I can't do it. I don't do no risking. I don't do no life risking shit. I risk my life. Hell yeah, in a dope game. That was my venture. The dope game was my adventure. To wake up as a little kid in the dope game, that was an adventure for me. To be living amongst this shit and be in the mix of this dope game in the heart of it, that was an adventure. As a little nigga with no thumper, see what I'm saying? With no defensive strategy. Hell, I couldn't even call the police. Them motherfuckers wasn't even gonna believe me. If he did tell, them motherfuckers, shit, they they was gonna tell. If you told on them motherfuckers turn around and call them motherfuckers, call the people you told on and tell them. Boy, this motherfucker up here telling on y'all. Motherfucker come pick you up, take you home, whoop your ass. Yeah. Again, when you thought you was trying to get out of some shit, but no, nigga, ain't no getting out, nigga. You in it, nigga. You in it to win it. God put you in it. But why? I don't know why. I don't give a damn why. All I know is I live this shit. And I lived it since a youth all the way up until I was an adult. Dope gang, nigga shit, street shit. That was all that was adventurous. Because you got the dope, all that shit. You got the streets, you got the choices, the opportunities, you got the warfare, street warfare, adventure. Now you up all night, you riding. Now you got it on you. One night you might be vicious. You know what I'm saying? Vicious with a spirit on you. Spirit of clapping shit. Spirit of getting busy, nigga. You don't give a fuck if you live or die. But that was the thing. But then to wake up another day and think a little better, get a little bit of rest. You know, motherfucker be out there, motherfucker be up 2, 3 days. Motherfucker be damn near hallucinating. Then you got motherfuckers harassing, like they want to attack, and you already hallucinating. So now you really own one, and you would really do something to a motherfucker because you want to meet that condition, and you know what I'm saying. But you ain't tripping. You don't even feel no pain, and all that shit is together, and you out there, you up close too. So you ain't get no opportunity to sit back and take a look at it. Nothing like that. If you do, to be sporadically. You ain't gonna just do it like hell nah. You can get a little bit, to understand this real shit. And you come up through all that old bullshit. We ain't got no time to play. This shit ain't no hell nah. Cause we didn't want to even do that. We didn't even want to come up. We didn't want to come up through the ranks. You know, shit. We had to come up through the ranks. That's what it was all about. Coming up through there. Shit. And a punk motherfucker come to me today asking talking to me, nigga. Nah, I don't even. I ain't buying that shit, bro. I ain't gonna buy it, and I ain't. Now, if you gonna sell that shit to another motherfucker, and he's stupid enough to, and, whatever, yeah, you do what you do. But me, I ain't with none of that bullshit. I ain't taking no shows. I ain't taking no wood nickels, nigga, from no suckers. No, no other mother, no devils, because I already understand that that's the game that I fuck with. I fuck with shit. I'm gonna fuck with some money. That's my thing. Fuck with some pay. Yeah, good. I got a good balance in my game, so I know bullshit when I see it. All I gotta do is sit there and take a look at it, and I'll see that shit mile. I see that shit mile away. Say to myself, hell no. Not me. Got the wrong one, when you out there on them streets. I ain't lying to you. Oh, put some pre meals in your rucksack, mate. Put some. No, preheated meals in a rucksack is crazy, bro. By the time you got that rucksack, you'll be making fires outside. So it won't be no. I gotta grab some hot. something hot to snack on while I'm out there. Hell nah. When you get out there, you gonna make a fire. Then you gonna, yeah. But you gonna have a little pot. You gonna have a little pot in your rucksack. Mm-hmm. And I mean, depending on what you got in there, cause shit, man. Like I say, you might have some heavy ass canned goods. Might have some beef jerky. Well, what the fuck? You might have some rice and beans in that motherfucker. I don't know what you might have in there, motherfucker. But yeah, when you hit that black top, well, what you should have in there, I'll tell you what you should have. What you should have in there is a hunting, something to hunt with. Yeah, fishing pole, mini fishing pole, bow and arrow, or uh, air rifle, air rifle rounds, all that shit. Flints, lighters, starting fires, first aid kit, tent, blanket, couple fits, knives, commando knives. You know the motherfucker like Rambo knives and shit like that. Yeah, Rambo knives. Like I say, flints. What else? Flares. Shoot them up. Bah! And light the sky up. Hell yeah, you want that? You need about. Hey, let me go and get. There it is. Oh, it turns to me out. Yeah, motherfucker gonna text you. What are they demons? They doing it. They putting it out there on motherfucker. They got motherfuckers fucked up. How you even got there? You was in your own zone. Going to do what you was going to do. You get over there, you don't want to go. Oh yeah, you don't want to do it. Oh, you just go in there and go through the fundamentals. But then they all going through the fundamentals. Oh yeah, they calling they really like, hey, hello. Oh yeah, the girl gone. The house is going. The house is going to shams. Mm-hmm. They got to call you. It's not about they. No, they have to. It's serious. This shit real. When I tell you about this shit is serious. I don't be playing, but that shit they pulled was uncalled for. She now she want to do this. No, the bitch want to do something so she can strike harder, and she can diminish and demolish and destroy a motherfucker. You gotta watch people like that. That's why I be taking that smiling and shit. But it'd be cool. But I know a motherfucker be coming from. Motherfucker ain't gonna get me, cause I know better. Hell yeah. So once a motherfucker showed me, once a motherfucker did that, and I sit up there and I seen that, I said, oh, that's that shit. Motherfucker see you out there too. Like, damn, I wonder where this motherfucker at. Right. They don't know. They're like, damn. They're like, man, the more motherfucker over there, the more it's gonna be harder for me to try to, you know what I'm saying? The more they involved, that's why I keep trying to tell you. Go. You can't tell nobody nothing. Common sense will tell them what to do. If they've been through enough shit, have seen enough shit, then they know where they gotta go. They know what they gotta do. They know what that's about. Get involved. So everybody be good. I then put it on the motherfucker. Tell you a fucked up story. Oh man, you know when I was back in the day. Mm. The whole jurisdiction right. Your ass. Mm-mm. Hit you with a bullshit story. Hit you with a. God damn. Get your motherfucking ass back through there, giggling, smiling, and playing with these motherfucking snakes, nigga. I told you. This ain't no laughing matter. A motherfucker like that get their head busted. But the only reason why, because a motherfucker is up underneath that jurisdiction. So you'd really be wrong to get on a motherfucker ass like that, knowing they all the way out of bounds. See, but they a problem. See, that motherfucker like you don't listen. And I keep telling you. See, this ain't the shit to do. But one thing about it, they seek and destroy. They looking for motherfuckers. But see, the thing about it, they know who to look for. Why you think they looking for your ass? Cause you the motherfucker, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fall guy for a motherfucker. That's why They gonna put your ass. But they got something for your ass. Mm-hmm. See, one thing about it is this: if she was gonna be for real, she had all opportunity to be for real in all her endeavors. You hear me? And everything she fucked with for real. Cause you ain't got one time to make a first impression on a motherfucker like me, cause I got the impression. I got the yeah, I got your number. Shit, grandma. You know where motherfucker come from, you know how to deal with it. So that's why I already knew what that was. See? So that shit they asking about, talking about, they talking about everything but some money. Mm-hmm. They talking about everything but some money. Some real money. I ain't talking about no bullshit, fictitious. I'm talking about the real deal. All that other shit is nothing. Mm-mm. They gotta go through the fundamentals. You think she gonna have good luck? So I be trying to tell you about motherfucker. You think these people just gonna be off and well and all shit? Hell no. They finna go through fucking hell and back, and they finna take their people through hell. That's why you will hear from them and you'll hear from their people. They ain't supposed to be trying to tell you nothing. Mm-mm. That shit they pull, what you gonna tell me? You ain't got nothing to tell me. Do me all kind of way, yeah. Because that shit, they, you know what I'm saying? They fucked up. That's the thing. That's the only reason why, you know. See me, I live a life of understanding shit. So you know, I look at a motherfucker and I be like, wait a minute, this motherfucker tried me. If I know a motherfucker's up underneath that jurisdiction, then I say, okay, I see. You know, and I look over. I kind of look over a motherfucker. Me, I will. You know, I kind of, not even really because I know if you was really, you know what I'm saying, then you would be a whole nother, So it's a game. And this type of game, motherfucker don't want to play. You don't want to play them type of games, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Look at them. Mm-hmm. So far away. That's your best bet. That's what you do. Motherfucker janky and a motherfucker. Go around motherfuckers trying to elevate your game. Go around motherfucker hit you with that shit. Motherfucker gonna take off on purpose just to pull back up on purpose. Just to hit a motherfucker on purpose. Throw them all the way off. They in the jam. These motherfuckers in the jam 24 hours, 7 days a week, 24/7. They trying to do it. They trying to, it's serious, you know, and it's something. So it kind of throws everything for a whole, you know. But if you look at it, you think, and you be like, well, shit, I could, what I'm saying, I might can network, be able to go over here and do this. Hell no. The moment a motherfucker think, oh, you trying to elevate your game to the next year. Hell no, to the next level. Hell no, it's gonna be some. Yeah, and then like I say, people like that, man, they making up shit. They coming in, they saying, hey, so so this, yeah, fuck that shit you talking about. Shit, what's wrong with you? Shit. A matter of fact, I know what's wrong with you. I'm finna make, I'm finna make something be wrong with you. Put you through the, put you through the motherfucking fundamental. Then a motherfucker get crafty with the shit and they can go overboard. Man, you don't know what them people doing. It's raining. Mm-hmm. It's raining. Uh, Saturday is fundamentals. I don't know if that girl still didn't wiggle or whatever, but I know motherfucker well, motherfucker ain't gonna just where the money at. You get some cheese and you just out and about like it's just this and that. Shit hiding, motherfucker gas hiding, motherfuckers playing. So war going on. Time to be bullshit. Shit. Dumbass. Then they trying to get in touch with me. You know what I'm saying? Come pick me up. Shit, pull up on me. Right. Oh, you tough. Well, that didn't work. Fuck. Called back and said, did you call her? Damn, you can't fuck with you hit her with did you call her? Shit. And then they hit her. Yo, I called her. I told her I was going to the fund. Oh yeah. So did she say she was gonna do it? Oh yeah. No, yeah, you don't know. I feel it. I gotta cuss her out some more, take her through the fundamentals more for real. Now she like, fuck it, I'll do it. Oh yeah, they trying anything. Fake accounts. But for what purpose? You focus on a motherfucker like me. Nah. You should be focused on some serious shit. Cause you got some serious shit going on, you know? As far as the whole jurisdiction. Yeah, that's big. That's real big. And it's like, so what the fuck? But you already know what the fuck. That shit over there is going to shams. The motherfuckers in there is going, it's already like that. Motherfuckers still got it in them. And it's many. And they feel like, damn, if I could just try to gain some, you know, get some shit. The nigga over there, well, the nigga over there like, man, look, I ain't got time for this shit. Well, you know, I gotta be they because you know it's all right with well, you know, fuck all that. Yeah, you know, so yeah, it didn't really interfere with the jurisdiction with the flow of what was already. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, I fucked my flow up, and that's why. But it ain't about. Don't never think, oh, it's about me or, you know, motherfuckers like, oh, you know, so that's wrong. That's wrong for what I did. And, you know, I'm just, you know, nah, hell nah. It's the one where shit is crazy. She got to get to that place. She ain't been there in a while. Uh, the feelings is the feelings is the feelings is messed up. It's fundamental. The nigga going through the oh yeah, because it was somebody that was they was trying to lean on the motherfucker to be able to do it. Now, so now it's then she didn't broke why. She like, hell no, I ain't sitting up here with this motherfucker. Nigga, I ain't watching nothing. Nigga, I'm wiggling. So she didn't broke why. She didn't wiggle. You hear me? Own her. So now she stuck with this motherfucker. She looking at shit. Motherfucker asking questions. So what's wrong with you? Why you sitting up there? Oh yeah, because you can't leave. You ain't gonna be able to just leave. You ain't gonna be able to just. And the nigga, and he ain't having that. He don't want hell now. Bring her up in here. Not bring her up in here. I don't give a damn where you take her to. As long as you don't take her up in here, hell yeah. So now she's stuck. Yeah. Stuck. I can't move. Like, boy, I'm trying to tell you. See, so the other one didn't wiggle. The other one like, man, the hell with this. I ain't got to do this. See, they can't call the boys because they call the boys and be like, she wiggled. They were like, so what's up with you? I'll call her home. Then the boys is like, so no, so. Then she, yeah. Then she take it through the fun. She take them through the fundamentals of the jurisdiction. So they playing it, but they playing it. You see what I'm saying? They playing it by ear. They playing it. She playing it different. But the people ain't fucking that. The people, she ain't the people. See, I don't even know, but I know whoever the people is, they all. It's a long line of them. So they all got the yeah, they all got the dumb fish a little bit. All of them. Every last one of them. So this is the dumb fish 2.0 kicking in, and this is just what it is. This is how it goes. You know? But you got to sit back and see this shit. You just can't sit back like you can't see shit and you don't know shit. When you looking dead at the same shit I'm looking at, you know goddamn well that girl is gone. She didn't ran away. And that little one, they can't leave that little one in there like that. See, ain't nobody finna. It's all bad. So motherfucker sitting up in there with the little one. The big one acting like she just lost her motherfucking mind. She with this shit. She programming times 5. You can't call the boys because this shit is rigged up underneath all this other shit. And she be like, "Oh, you taking me away? Nothing to snack on? All you gotta do all kind of way so you can get deep quick." And be like, "Well, she don't want to," and that'll take her down there. So she ain't. She trying to gain some goddamn. That's why they had. That's why they good. That's why they try. That's why that girl was like, "Well, look, I'm just trying to say something." What you talking about? You trying to say something, nigga? I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to boss up, so I can alleviate myself from this whole shit. Cause see, that's why in my mind, that's why they showing you all this shit. All these people you seeing is people that they want you to see. Mhm. That's what it is. You gotta see them. Mandatory that you see them. Because seeing them allows you to understand shit, especially in life. Especially because a lot of shit will save your life if you're smart, if you pick up the real game. See, if you look at this shit like, well, motherfuckers cool and shit, you know what I'm saying? If you give motherfucker the benefit of the doubt, boy, this ain't the giving the benefit of the doubt channel. Because the minute you do that, if you just say, and then the motherfucker go, and they go all the way like like they go platinum. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. And you sitting up there and you thinking, because you trying to make this a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You want to see the best out of it. You want things to be the good thing. Fuck what you talking about. But that lady decided, okay. Like that day she decided when she yanked up when she yanked up that day with the dumb fish, hallucinating, coming up with it, doing oh yeah, with the shit on her, put it in there. On that level, you ain't going to the streets. Hell no. You just passed up hell of people. If you just wanted to look up and be a sab, like fucking I'm finna sab up. Like you could have been sabbed up. You could have sabbed up over there where you was, but you did that already. You got hands put on you. So when you drive off, you had hella places to go and look up at. Gas stations, stores, shopping centers, like whatever you had to do. Different niggas in people's houses. So you came all the way from over there and you came all the way over here and then you wanted to do it right here. Hell nah. You just passed up all these motherfuckers. So that's how I know if you would do that, shit, you do any motherfucking thing. Motherfucker couldn't even I couldn't even really fall asleep around a motherfucker like that though. Hell no, especially after that, like that. Just on that level, like, god damn, it's how crazy can a motherfucker be? Because motherfuckers, you don't be out there like that. Hell no. And then they be thinking, and especially if it's a narcissistic type people, a narcissist, flying monkeys and all those scapegoats, then when you leave them, that's called a narcissistic injury. That's what that's called. Type that up. Yeah, that's what you do. Type that up in your Google. Type up narcissistic injury. That's when you injure them motherfuckers, but not like injuring them. That's when you wiggle, but then it's you know it's a disconnection, but it's not like because they don't want no hell no. They want to do what they want to do. That's what they motherfuckers gonna gaslight, motherfuckers gonna attack, motherfuckers gonna lie, motherfuckers gonna take the energy, motherfuckers gonna keep motherfuckers up all night. They don't want you to sleep. Oh yeah, the whole fundamentals. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So right now, this situation, all that shit that they doing, they going through. Now that's the injury right there. Now it's starting to become an injury because it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? People out, roll with a little bit. I mean, shit like that. But could be. So it kind of, yeah, it kind of does that. But no, I couldn't. But no, I wouldn't be able. Crazy motherfucker, one motherfucker looking crazy, motherfucker looking up, motherfucker getting it in them, and then looking, getting it in them, getting a little bit in them, and then going through the fundamentals. Yeah, motherfuckers pushing buttons on phones, motherfuckers stalking, whispering, motherfuckers moving, motherfuckers networking. So no, mm-mm, hell no. Best thing you could do is boss up and get some shit going. But I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you, I'm seeing, man, people doing all sorts. And I'll just be sitting there, I'll be like, damn, like, I'll be like, that's crazy. To myself, I sit there and look at this shit. I don't be tripping. A lot of stuff I don't be tripping off of. Like nowadays, like, now and shit. Mm-mm. You know how much energy it takes to trip, and it ain't about no money. Cause motherfucker ain't tripping about no money. It ain't about no pay, no real pay. To be sitting up there, no, hell no. No. But yeah, so that's how you got to do. That's how you have to do it. Sit back and watch. Well, they tight. Text, talk to them. Hey, yeah, I know, yeah, because she, yeah, that's what she was. Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, hit her, and then yeah, keep the eyes on. I'm gonna tell you, oh, you, yeah, no, hell no. Uh-uh. Once you take me on one, then that's once you take me on one, then that's when but once you take me on one, that's when all best is off. Because then I know, like, no, this motherfucker, and they gonna keep trying. Mm-hmm. Just like that motherfucker. Just like that motherfucker over there, right? Where act like they in bad shape. Where act like they damn near. Oh yeah, well they said I was gonna be. I was there. All this shit. Mm-mm. Then there you go and say, oh yeah, well they said they were. they said they were. Boy, I'm trying to tell you. Soon as you get through there, soon as they go and yeah, they turn it up a notch. As soon as they get a chance, they gonna turn it up a notch. And they plan on really turning it up real more notches. Like that wasn't nothing. That little shit over there, her little fundamentals and shit, that wasn't hell no. Boy, they wanted me. They wanted me right. They wanted me over there. So I had to really be in there to really be able, so they could really unleash the full potential of the shit. Like no, mm-mm. See, it's a difference. Mm-hmm. Because that little shit, because you wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't even like, okay, motherfuckers is there for a little bit, okay? Wasn't there that long for the bullshit like that. So motherfuckers just getting used, like, okay, we get this motherfucker used to, you know what I'm saying, what this gonna be. So, I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna let a motherfucker go through the fundamentals for a little while. But as they go through the fundamentals, you know what I'm saying? When I look and I think in my mind, like, okay, they must be through. They must be, all the way, like all the way live or something like that. Nope. Mm-mm. See, that's what motherfuckers think. People who don't know, they'll think stuff like that. See? Hmm. But then they don't know, so you just like, damn, it's crazy. People crazy. They keep trying it. They yeah. But it's strange though. But No, I'll keep my eye on all them motherfuckers. Fuck that. Motherfucker gonna text. Yeah, they gonna text. They gonna text. They gonna call. They gonna do all sorts of shit. Oh yeah, they gonna snatch phones. They gonna put themselves back in the game. They gonna try to put themselves in there. They gonna do a lot. But to me, it's like okay, because I don't, like I say, I'm looking past all the other shit. Hell yeah. See, once motherfuckers wake me up to some shit, it ain't like I just go to sleep. Like, oh, you woke me up to some shit, but then I just went right back to sleep. Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. Once you wake me up, then I'm like, damn, okay. So I see. Mm-hmm. I be like, mm-hmm. So anything other than that after that, hell no. Because I got to keep my eyes on you and shit. Cause I know you got the potential because I know. Because you already showed me and shit. Once motherfucker show you, you got to take heed. Mandatory, especially in some shit like that. Because you got to think. Like, if, you know, if you put yourself in a whole nother realm on some totally other things, and then somebody like that was like, oh yeah, this and that with this type of attitude, crazy ass shit, behavior, you would think about that shit and be like, oh, this motherfucker crazy. You would probably just block them because they really up to no good, no earthly good. So you wouldn't have no use, really. You know, for real. No, you wouldn't have no use, not at all. But then right now you feel like, well, shit, well, maybe I could, you know, benefit from something, or maybe something could be some shit. Like, no, hell no. 'Cause everything was supposed to already been what it was. Wasn't no reason for shit. Money on that. Somebody was jawsing. Mm-hmm. Unless people are just bored, you know, because sometimes motherfuckers get bored. They ain't got nobody fucking like, damn, who could I hit with this dumbass fish? Oh, yeah, you looking for somebody to hit. Mm-hmm. And you got to hit somebody. So, yeah, motherfucker gonna hit you, especially if underneath the fundamental. Because they ain't, I mean, you know, ain't gonna really want to be bothering and shit. And they pick and try to get, certain things. Like I say, you never know. But it's Brocky to that motherfucker. Uh, that big one like shit, nigga. I'll flee this motherfucker. Mm-mm. I ain't fucking around with this little motherfucker. Ain't nothing, ain't nothing in there either. Big one like nigga, I'll wiggle. They hit the east side on you, nigga. Fuck what you talking about. Oh yeah, so it's serious over there. But that's what it is, though, man. Because people they don't like, people don't like to do it the right way and shit, and just stand up top. But I'm gonna be shit. I'm gonna be watching, cause like I said, I seen this shit the whole damn time. I seen the game for a long damn time. I seen people go through all sorts of rounds for real, the real shit. So for me, I'll be like, damn. Then I'll be thinking like, well, you don't get on the motherfucker height. Hell no. Mm-mm. Boy, you be going down. Boy, you be going down in history trying to get on somebody else's height. Mm-hmm. You would, and that's real. But anyway, I'm finna wiggle because I can't sit up here and play these games. I can't sit up here and play these games on the internet. But no, we got two people in here. Shout out to the two people that's in here. You know what I'm saying? Chilling and shit. Because that's all we doing. We just sit back chill. If there's two of y'all, there's one of me. So it's three of us together in this motherfucker. You know man. So shout out to all three of us, man. For real. And that's my like, man. But I ain't gonna sit up here and play these games on YouTube because YouTube know goddamn well that it could be more people through here. But I don't know. Like I say, they didn't send nothing about this channel or nothing like that. They just probably. Plus, I ain't been on. I haven't been on. For the algorithm. But I guess that's just how it be though. But like, I ain't tripping. But like I say, some of my videos, I'm gonna be doing it right here, and it's gonna be doing big, right? But some of them gonna be pre-records, and some of them gonna be lives. Like right now, I'm just doing lives. I have a little meal or something, and I do a little live, man, and sit back, have a sip with you niggas, and then I'll wiggle. But like last night, I got up, laid back, we was kicking game, and my phone died and shit. This I am charged, so it was all. So I was like, okay, the hell with it. But we was on there for 5 hours, 30 minutes. So tonight we up in here, 111, 111 minutes. You feel me? And that's good. That ain't nothing. That's like 2 hours almost, right? So that's a good thing. But at least every day, at least come in and do something. If you don't, you get a little meal or something. You ain't got too much to put up there. You know, every day is something new. Oh yeah, what you talking about? It was just on. It was on new. Motherfucker knew that a motherfucker was gonna be. A motherfucker knew the whole jurisdiction they doing it. That's why it's pieces, puzzle pieces out in this motherfucker. Shit. But yeah, y'all. So like I say, yeah. So a couple hours. But then, like I said, but every day I'm gonna be doing my shit. But yeah, lately I ain't been on this channel and stuff like that. Cause I was just sitting up here doing arithmetic on the internet. And I was just thinking, like, I said, damn. I said, I wonder why they keep doing that. But a lot of shit don't be nothing but a distraction and a throw off, man. A mother will distract you and throw you off if they can. So then so I just said, man, hold on, let me sit back and look at this shit and see what these niggas talking about. Meanwhile, I'm still meanwhile in my mind, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Cause y'all know how I operate on this internet. You know what I'm saying? And cause nigga, it ain't really about me sitting up here uh talking to you at all. Cause um I know how to operate on here. That's why you see they got me messed up. See, I ain't gotta get on this internet and go through no, what I'm saying, situations with, you know, people and all that shit because I ain't never really had to get in it like that. But even though I was in it, I was dealing with people. And I dealt with some people and shit. We didn't roast some motherfuckers. I mean, we just gonna be on the internet roasting and acting a damn fool. I didn't did that plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? But but as far as me and my content, as far as me and this information and stuff like that, my different channels and stuff like that. Like I said, it don't really be about nothing. You know, and if I want to post something up there, and talk about it, because like on my TikTok today, what's his name? JD Vance went over to Afghanistan. No, he went over to Pakistan, and they had some negotiation talks, and them boys told him, uh, "Nah, hell nah, we ain't doing that." Right? So I seen the TikTok video, so I took the video, I screenshotted it. Then when I screenshotted it, I would when I screenshotted it, then put my little shit on it, right? The words in there, and then I post it, right? So then now it's like a video, AI, and then I got the AI shit on it, so it's moving. So it's like it's got the words, then it's got the music. So I didn't read. I didn't redid this whole damn video. You see what I'm saying? But the thing about it, what I'm gonna do, because over there you can do a little bit of shit, but here you got to do it the right way. So just like if I put that little shit up there, you might see a picture in the background of me. I'm gonna be in the video talking, and I'm gonna tell you what happened over there. So damn him, damn Fox, and all them, because you ain't even gonna see him like that. You gonna see a little resemblance of his body, his face a little bit, but you gonna see me, and he gonna be in the background because he gonna be like a photo, and I'm gonna be in the game. So I'm gonna be telling you what just cracked off in Pakistan. See, and then I'm gonna put it up there because one thing you got to remember, I'm in the algorithm for this shit now. That's the reason why you ain't gonna catch me on the internet with all that shit, and you ain't gonna catch me on here going up against them because they ain't got no reason to go up against me because I'm gonna be natural. I'm gonna be all the way 100 with it. All that other shit is over with. If you go check my channel, I deleted all that shit. Man, I got a lot of shit put up too. I got a few things over there with some millions on it. But no, everything after this is you know, is either me, you know, edit it. I'll go into it and edit it and voiceovers and all that type of shit. Like a video, whatever is necessary for me to do to the video, however I seem fit to remake the video and make it be suitable for my content. Like I did some work on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. But I learned those strategies. I learned some shit since all this. So no, but when I be posting and shit like that, I just be posting because I'm just killing time on this motherfucker over there. Because they keep adding shit, they keep hitting, they keep doing shit. So, hopefully this last go around. But anyway, I will be uploading over there and it will be all my content from here on out. Because like I said, I'm already in that algorithm. So my videos gotta go. All I gotta have is a little definition or something. But a lot of my videos, they was getting I got a lot of views just off a lot of videos that was just like kind of cool, kind of interesting and stuff like that. Now, if I can get them if I could take most of them videos and remix them and put myself in them and talk and do it the right way, and I can continue to roll on the internet like that. So that's really my mission on the internet. My mission ain't that. My mission is not give a damn about what no nigga talking about. I don't give a damn about what no nigga. No, I know all the time that I put into it, that I roll on it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? What it do now? Cause I'm doing the type of numbers I'm doing now. All my shit is different from what I ever did before in my life, and they know that. They know that. They know I won't be on this internet uh dealing with you feel me, with no poo butts that don't know the game and know it's bigger than that just to try it. And if everybody knew that, they would be way, feel me? But then they know that's where I'm at in this game. They know that's where I'm going. You know what I'm saying, with this shit. You know. So all that, well, we don't like them because, before, and we don't like them from then, and this and now, and it doesn't matter what you don't like from then. Doesn't matter about that. What matters now, that suckers ain't in my program. I don't care about none of that. You don't have a story really that big. I mean, you got a couple stories out there. If I want to kill time, I kick game on the latest, hottest topics. But for the most part, I learned how to do this internet shit. And, um, you know, I got different programs for different channels. See, now this channel here, now I can do the same thing with this channel here, but I'm gonna start doing it But I must do it once I get monetized. Once this channel get monetized, then I'm gonna go off into the shorts, start collaborating with other people with food and shit, talking about that looks. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a chef. You know, I ain't been in no school for this shit. School of hard knocks. I come up underneath old school chefs. You hear me? Throwback, dope game, down south. So I got this. We got the chef in spirit. Yeah, we got the chef in spirit. So everything is food. So if I collab, it's only on the food level. So I'm not here to tell you nothing. You know, like that. You know, if I kick some, kick a little bit of game with you, that ain't nothing. But this is based on food. I just ate a whole thing of food. Hmm. Y'all tell them what I ate, y'all. One look at me looking at me like I'm crazy. Man, I had chicken and all kind of shit on there. Yeah, if you rewind that motherfucker, you'll see it. You'll see me up there. Yeah, you'll see it up there. Yeah, yeah. But no, I'm sitting up here fooling them up. But y'all probably think I'm sitting up here and I'm tired and all that shit. Nothing, nigga. I ain't tired. Mm-mm. That's that fool shit, boy. I'm gonna tell you what kind of fool it is. It's that fool when you feel like you when you when you go to the buffet and shit. Yeah, that's how I feel like I Well, you feel damn near like you damn near well. But you know, you gotta let it digest. That's why I hit the drink. You know, you see, you eat all this food. If you hit the drink once or twice, you'll be all right. Mm-hmm. For sure. Why? Because the the drink gotta go down. When the drink go down, it's gonna absorb in the foods, tortillas and chickens and salads and proteins and shit. Yeah, you get the vegetables and shit, rice and pastas and shit. You get the roasted chicken and shit. Oh yeah, get serious. So you got all that in you. You take a couple sips, you gonna be all right. You know when it's when it gets you. It gets you when you ain't really ate. That's when it mess you up. It do. Cause you gotta know how to roll. You gotta know how to roll with this shit. But like if you ain't ate nothing all day and you been sitting up there looking crazy and all that type of shit, then you fucked around, then say you get it in you and you hurry up and get it. Oh yeah, you drink a significant amount of it. Mm, shit'll hit you. It'll do you bad. You be like, damn, just a few shots. You'll feel some type of way just off hitting that drink like that. And it'll make you, and if you hit it too hard, you go over the threshold, that's when the shit get deep. So that's why it's very, very, wise that a motherfucker do it like this. Because, hey, um, if you go to any one of your exclusive restaurants and stuff like that, they're gonna have it there. They're gonna have it right there. Mm. Would you like some wine, please? We champagne drinks, hard drinks, hard drinks, soft drinks, all sorts of drinks. Oh yeah, get deep. So that's what you know. So you gonna have that with that. They're gonna bring you that, but along with that, they got beverages in there. They got whistle wetters, cocktails. Did I mention? And the good thing about this is it's a safer thing. It ain't like I'm out and about. Or he was driving in a car, or he was eating in a car, and then he drank something in the car. Then he rolled off in the car, rolled off with some motherfucker, or anything in that matter. Like we ain't driving, we preparing, and we eating, and we doing it. And we might have something to sip on. If we don't have nothing to sip on, don't worry about it because I'm always gonna be sipping on my good old grape. I'm always have my good old grape. So it ain't nothing to me. And I got water, right? So, But I want to start doing it. I want to, boy, I want to start doing it like I want to start doing it like they be doing it. That's what I want to do. See, they're yeah, dinner in the motherfuckers talking about dinner in the movies and all shit, man. Fuck the dinners in the movie. Dinner with the drink to go with it. Yeah, dinner with the drink to go with it. So if you got steaks and let me see what that shit is. Okay, steaks and salads and shit like that. Okay, so that pairs with a wine, a certain type of wine. I think it's a Chardonnay. Hmm. Did I mention Chardonnay? uh, what you got? Some of that lobster and shit. Or some what you got? Some okay. So that's what so Chardonnay. Okay, you want to get some of that um that's that cherry wine. No, that's that red wine. So you want to get that red wine. That's that blood wine. That red wine is what you drink when you got it's good for your blood and all that other shit. Well, that's what they say it is. I don't know what it is, but it's some dark shit. It's heavy. It's thick. You can cook with it too, but yeah, man, get you a glass of this shit. Then they got you. They got some shit that's aged. It's been aged for a long time. You know what? I went down to the Pier 39 one day, and I'm down there. I'm in one of the finest restaurants on the pier. You hear me? And I ordered some crab and I don't know some asparagus or some shit. It was whatever it was. But down on the pier on the wharf, they don't put all that. Like down south, they'll season some shit. They'll season the shell, season it. They'll soak it in season. They'll do all kinds of. They will bring you some shit with some seasoning on it. Even if you bite the shell and just taste the seasoning on the outside of the shell, once you get the meat out the shit. But it wasn't no seasoning on the motherfucker. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie and act like it was a little bit and all that other type of shit. Cause it wasn't it wasn't shit on that crab. It wasn't a drop of seasoning. But I could have had some salt and pepper. I think I had some salt and pepper at the time. But I didn't give a damn about the seasoning. I cared about the opulence. I cared about the fact that I was able to go up there and have lunch, have dinner on the afternoon over the ocean, and in one of the most exclusive places down there. But so I posted this shit on. I posted this shit on Instagram. This girl gonna say, she said that crab ain't even got no seasoning on it. Boy, she was a damn fool. Yeah, Suki Hana. But no, we was coming up in this shit, so we was kind of fucking with each other. But the key to the story is this: um, there's a wine shelf in there, and it sits up, and it goes all the way up to the roof of the place. And I don't know how many bottles of wine up there, but it's rows like one, two, three, four, about five slots, and then they all stacked all the way up to the top. So you got some shit called top shit. You might need a ladder. I think they give you a list on the menu. You could run through it, but all that shit up there you can't. And then, like I said, a lot of that shit is expensive. You know. But then they got some drinks over there. If you don't want the wine shit, because me, I ain't no wine type. I ain't no wine type of drinker. Hell no. I don't drink no wine. But wine and dine and all that shit. Now I have a glass over. You hear me? A nice big old big boy plate of something to eat. Sure. Of course. A little something. I ain't tripping. Hell no. But I'm gonna be on here eating and shit, doing my shit though, man. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Like I said, if I even just get a little snack or something, fuck it, put it up there. Shit. Put it up there and run it, because that's what we do, you know. But that's like, some outdoor shit, some indoor. You know, the indoors. I'll be serious because boy, I put some crabs and shit up there, and I had some seasoning. I had some seasoning on these because usually I don't have no seasoning really. Mm-mm. I ain't a seasoning type of guy when it comes to crab. When I when I if I if I roll with some crab, if I want to go crab and I just want that flavor, I know how to spice up the water. You know, I know how to put that crab in there. Because one thing about it, that crab, uh, if you fill it up, well, if you fill it halfway up with water, throw the seasonings all in there. You gotta throw that garlic powder. You gotta throw the garlic salt, the onions, but you gotta throw the seasoning salt. You gotta throw the salt and pepper. You gotta throw that in there with the water, with the crab in there. Throw the butter in there. Throw the garlic powder and all that shit, right? So you let it roll. By the time that crab get through rolling and all that seasoning in that water, and you put that salt in that water, you pull that crab out of there. That crab will have that flavor. That crab will have that flavor on there. Now I ain't with all that crab boil shit, like really like all that sauce and that heavy oil and all that shit. I ain't with all that. But I don't need that shit. I like fresh off the ocean. Memory taste. Yeah, I don't like that other taste because that ain't what it's about. It's about getting it straight out the ocean. You see, if I could take a oyster, big old oyster, and pull it off a rock in the ocean, and take that oyster and put it on the grill and let that oyster cook flat straight on that grill, and that oyster is gonna pop open. It's gonna because the shell gonna be like that. Then that oyster, that shell gonna pop open, pop. And when it pop open like that, you look, you see it, you get that oyster off of there, and you sit it on the thing. See what I'm saying? Once you sit it up there, you just take the shell, pull that shell off. You're gonna have that big old oyster down up in there, but it's gonna be sitting in some salt water that's been captured. Because the oysters drink salt water and they eat. They got salt water inside that shell with the oyster in it. That's the best part. So what you do is once you pop that shell up, get you some salt, then get you some pepper, put that on there. Then you get you a lemon. You got your big old oyster. Take you a half a lemon. You hear me? Yeah, you don't want to have a nice slice of lemon. Squeeze that lemon over there, or some limes, whatever you got. Then you got the salt and pepper on there. Then you get you some of that tapatio. Get you some of that tapatio. Put you a little bit on there. And you might like a lot of it, but you don't want that much. You just want a little bit to give it the, you know what I'm saying, give it a little kick. And you want all that flavor, the naturalness. See, I fuck around it and eat half of it, and then drink half the juice, drink half the salt water, the juice that's in that oyster, and then I throw a little bit of hot sauce later, so I can get that initial fresh ocean saltwater sea fish taste. Yeah, yeah, hell yeah, man. See, this is what you going for when you out there. You looking for a signature flavor. That's why I used to go over there to that damn pier, right down the street from where that damn restaurant was. Now, if I go over there to that pier, I'll go over there for lunch. Yep. Sometimes, not every time, because to go down there, it'd be a hassle. You gotta park. You gotta pay a motherfucker. You gotta pay to get in. You don't know how long it's gonna take, depending on the tourists and all the people down there. So it's like, fuck, let me just pay to get in here. Pay the little. Hopefully, if it's under a certain amount of time, they don't charge that much. But it's a basic type of thing. So, but you want the shit that's in there. You can't park mainly. Oh, like let me just park here and just run. Hell no, they gonna tow something, put a sticker on. They gonna charge you. So you gotta pay for that. Then you run over there. And when you get over there though, it's real over there. They got the crabs. They got the crabs in the tank. When you point at, they would say which one you want, because that's the city of crabs. Because the reason why it's hanging off the ocean. Matter of fact, the ocean cut into it, and the ocean brings them food. The food come to them. That's what I'm saying. Seafood come to them, or they. It's easy for them to go and fuck the seafood because it's connection. It's right there. You can hear the penguin, the seagulls and shit. Yeah, yeah, flying and shit. Yeah, big old white motherfucker shitting, running around. People feeding them, and yeah, you can smell the seawater as you enter an establishment. Yeah, you can smell it. Um, when you go in there, you pick out which one you want. Big old motherfucker. You see one, you thinking oh, that's a big motherfucker right there. Ain't nobody got that one yet. Shit, let me get that motherfucker. But that motherfucker high as hell. But it don't matter because the money ain't a thing. And you ain't sweating small shit. Shit, you gonna grab what you want. See, nigga like me, but I wasn't going in there to get the biggest motherfucker because I knew they was doing it by the pounds and all that shit. That shit can get deep. I just wanted a little flavor and shit. But I wanted to, you know what I wanted? I wanted the clam chowder bowl that they sell. They got like 4 different vendors in there. And all of them connected, but they all act like they hustling on their own shit. But it really is. But they got the clam chowder house. They got this, but everybody sell different seafood shit. So I say, man, fuck this. I know what I want to do. I know I gotta eat big out this bitch. Give me the clam chowder bowl, and then give me one of these crabs. It ain't gotta be the biggest one, but a nice size one. You know, and you want this one? Yeah, they'll take it out the tank, put it in a steamer right quick, some type of heater, boiling type of shit. They'll boil that motherfucker, blast that motherfucker, hit it, and bring it up out of there. Bring it up out of there, but they do it all in salt water. That's the killer. Because if you look at it, if you think about it, you think about what I'm saying. Like, well, they taking it out of the tank of water, throwing it in water, cooking and heating it, and then giving it to you. Then you eat it, so you don't taste nothing. No, hell no. They living in seawater, salt. That motherfucker gotta be. The shit they boiling it in, it's got to be a little bit of, I don't know if they got a little flavor. It ain't no seasoned water though. It ain't where, okay, it's spicy, but it's the hot shit. No, they ain't got none of that. Everything has got a fresh, uh, everything has got a fresh from the ocean taste to it. Now, if you want some hot sauce and all that shit and all that, they'll probably give you some, but they don't work with, they don't work with them like that. They take them out of that when they cook them. They take them out of that, pop them open, pop, pop, pop. Take the shit off, bust it, bust the claw, hit it with the hammer. They crack all that shit open for you, so you ain't gotta be sitting up there uh wrestling with no goddamn shells and biting shit, pulling and flicking, meat flying and shit across the damn. Hell no. They crack it all down for you. So now you got a whole crab broke down, cracked down for you in a little box thing. You feel me? Got the little shit, salt and pepper. They throw some lemons up there for you. Mm-hmm. You want something else? They got all kind of shit in that motherfucker. But that was my specialty. My specialty, I go in and get that crab fresh though. Fresh, and it wasn't it couldn't get no fresher than that. All them niggas talking about they eating crabs and all those shit. A motherfucker. Well, it is some ports where it could be some fresh shit coming in certain places. But 9 times out of 10, if you get some shit, it ain't coming like no, it ain't the same thing. So it's different. But like I say, when you go down there, them crabs come from not even uh how many thousands of feet is that ocean. Shit. Not even a football field. 50 yards. Not even shit, probably 25 yards. From where that stand at to where the ocean water at, right there. Right there. Right next door to the motherfucker. So when you look over there, when you headed in there, you look over there, you looking at the water. Seagulls and shit. You could hear them. And you could taste it, you could taste it. Mm-hmm. Boy, wake up early in the morning and had to hit the blacktop. Cause the motherfucker knew that if he woke up, if he woke up late, the early bird get the worm. So motherfucker knew he had to play the game. You know what I'm saying? He had to play the game for real. So you wake up early and start busting moves like Tom Cruise. So I would go down to this bakery, and that bakery was down there off the water. And I would go to this bakery and go get bread. And these big trays full of fresh bread, going to the restaurants early in the morning so they could sell fresh delis, deli sandwiches and shit. Fresh delicatessens and shit. Boy, I'm trying to tell you. But you could smell that bread cooking fresh early in the morning, rolling. Mhm. It was a motherfucker telling a story that was over in Alcatraz. And he said he was over in Alcatraz. He said they said they could smell the bread. They could smell the bread cooking from over there. So when he said he could smell the bread cooking, I was like, damn, that's some shit. Because you could smell it, especially early in the morning shit rolling. But Pier 39 was right there. Well, not really Pier 39, but the piers. But right across from the piers is Alcatraz. So that place that was making that bread, that was a big time bakery. Old time history history book bakery shop. Yeah, that was real. So I think that was the shit they were smelling coming over there. But you know what? I always was tripping off of. I always was tripping off of Alcatraz and shit. Cause I always was tripping off. I was tripping off the movie for some reason. I used to get lit, and I used to watch. I used to get lit and be like, "Fuck that." I want to watch. Like some days, I used to like. I just want to watch Alcatraz and shit. But I used to want to watch the version of Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood in it. You know what I'm saying? That's the motherfucker. That's the motherfucker. I used to like. Watch it and shit. I used to watch it a lot and shit. Sometime here and there. And then because that was just crazy how the niggas escaped and just how the whole shit was. And by being in the city, it was just like, and then it was an unsolved mystery because the niggas wiggled and nobody never found nobody. And it was just like, I don't know, some crazy shit. That was like crazy. That was like kind of crazy to me, like to come up and was seeing that. But at the time, I was, watching that. I used to be tripping off that shit. But the girl, I was with the girl, and she was like, I don't know if I came up with it, if she came up with it. I was like, you want to go to you want to go to the museum? But she would, she always be down to go somewhere like, anything, with her kids or something like that where they could learn or a trip anywhere really. If a motherfucker was really down to go, but like, a lot of shit I'd be down to go, but a lot of shit I was like, fuck that. Mother's playing games. You know what I'm saying? But we went to that motherfucker one day, man, and we had to catch the boat over there. So we all got on the boat, me, her, the kids. This nigga, some tag along ass nigga. This nigga tagging along. This nigga coming along for the ride. This nigga in the mix like a blood. This nigga around. This nigga trying to do too much. This nigga in the. I'm like, man, this nigga here. This nigga getting on my nerves. I'm like, you know what? I ain't never had a lot of motherfuckers just play with my motherfucking nerves and shit. But I did have a lot of people do it. But anyway, it was kind of cool because I kind of just ignored and kind of blocked motherfuckers out. And I went in there and just looked around at a historical place, and I was just like, damn. So we caught the little boat over there and shit. Took us about 30, 40 minutes to get to the motherfucker. I'm like, damn, looking at the water, the ocean thick. I'm like, how these niggas swim? Well, I'm looking at this shit riding on this motherfucking ferry. I'm like, damn. They got drinks and shit. You want a beer on this motherfucker? I'm like, no, I don't want no beers. Hell no, you gonna get me over here, hit me in the motherfucking head, push me down. Motherfucker, get off the beer. You get over there, motherfucker, we push you down the stairs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Motherfucker say, you got them drinks in you. Well, he had them drinks. Yeah, he had them drinks in, but shit, we don't even know where he at. He already unsolved mysteries in that motherfucker. Them niggas, when we got over there, they start talking crazy and shit. Talking about, y'all don't be back on the boat by 6, by 7, whatever time it was we was leaving. And everybody ain't on here and we take off. You over here for the night. You'll be in here spending the night. Next boat don't come back till tomorrow at some time. I was like, nigga, do you think do you actually think a motherfucker gonna let you leave them over here? Nigga, ain't no lights in this bitch. Ain't no food. Motherfucker might have some cigarettes on him. But he might have, if he was smart, have a backpack with some food, like, some shit in it. But 9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna have that. Motherfucker on foot, phone, you gonna be calling motherfuckers like, hey, I'm on the island. Motherfucker be like, shit, how you gonna get off there? Ain't nobody finna pull up and get you. Call the Coast Guard. Hell no. Coast Guard ain't fuck that. We still hot. We still hot from the niggas that escaped this motherfucker. Nah, for real. I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that shit. So I try not to veer off too much. But yeah, as soon as we came in on that ship, on that ferry, they docked up, right where the other shit used to dock up at. We all got off that motherfucker. We walked, hit the concrete steps. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I actually took my dumb ass. It dawned on me, it hit me how dumb I was to really be over there like that. And why was I in there? And I was like, damn. Because the shit was janky and it was just like, it was just a whole jersey. Like, nigga, you caught a boat to some shit. You didn't just pull up in no car. Nigga, you jumped in the ship. And trolleyed all the way and dollied all the way to this motherfucker. Nigga docked in, 45-minute ride. So then we get up in this motherfucker, man, they take us through the doors. Where they took the people through the doors, the inmate motherfuckers through the door. Oh yeah, as soon as they bring you in, this is how they bring you in. This is exactly the routine. This is take you step by step. And nigga on the microphone, he talking while they walking. So when you come in here, this is what you do. Take a shower here. Oh yeah, they hit you with the pesticide, spray your ass down, fleas and ticks and shit. Boy, you ain't coming up in that motherfucker with no fleas. They had a flea system, but they had a flea and tick system right through at the front door. Mm-hmm. Spray it in your hair. Pesticides. Shit, yeah. Get that shit up off of you. Then once you get through the shower and the fleas and shit, then they put you through this. Then they took you to this cafeteria. He was like, "This the cafeteria." He was like, "This is where they eat at right here." It was a place to eat, but it wasn't really that big. But it was a pretty nice sized big place. But it was like that shit was many. But that shit looked crazy in the motherfucker. I'm looking. I'm like, is these niggas serious? Walk through this motherfucker. This nigga took us through the yup, and this is where you may want to visit. If you get a visit, this is where you make a phone call at. They sit out here, you sit in here right here. I'm looking. I'm like, damn, these niggas had a phone and shit through their glass, thick ass motherfucking glass, where you couldn't even. feel like if you wanted to, how motherfuckers hit the glass, you can kind of feel the warm, you feel the energy out. You be kind of close as shit. That motherfucker was so thick. Quarter inch, motherfucking two and a half, 3, 4 inch, 4.5, quarter inch, motherfucking thick. Oh yeah, they had some shit up in that motherfucker. Then when they take you through all that shit, show you all that shit. Then you come up out of there, then they show you them corridors, show you them hallways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 level floors up into that motherfucker. I'm like, God damn, I'm looking up. All the way up, 4 up high that way, 4, 5 high that way, 4, 5 high, all the way down. This nigga they hitting the locks and shit. They lock him up, open it up. All this nigga hitting switches and shit. Some of that shit, most of that shit in there still work. They said they was gonna open that motherfucker back up. I hope they don't. I hope they don't. That's a cold motherfucker. No, it is. And I was just, as I went through there, and there wasn't no people in there. Just the scene alone, just the whole jurisdiction alone. All these motherfucking floors, all these cages. And it was on iron bars in that motherfucker, nigga. Ain't no lock it down. Nigga, they hit that motherfucker, boom! That motherfucker, click, click, click. Nigga, all that shit click at once. When it hit hard, that's nighttime. Now you in this bitch like, damn, it's cold, it's manny, then a motherfucker. So they took us through. They took us to the whole part. Ah, man, that shit was crazy. It looked worse than it did in the movie. If you seen the movie, if you seen the real movie with Clint Eastwood, that motherfucker ain't had shit on. Clint Eastwood ain't had shit on when I walked in that motherfucker and I looked, because when Clint Eastwood was in there, they threw him in there, got him naked. He was, he was all messed up. They sprayed him with the water hose, remember? And he was dark. It was dark in there, so it was a scene in the movie to where it was a little dark in that area. You couldn't really, you feel me? Shit, nigga, when I got to that motherfucker, it was all kind of light on that motherfucker. But I looked at it, and then I seen the inside of it. The inside, it was all black. Only light was because the door was open a little bit, like right there, like that. So I was like, damn. I was like, so that hole was a bad motherfucker. Then they was like, this some underground shit. He's like, this some underground shit. This is the place that we used to go down here and all this shit. So they had all kind of shit, that motherfucker. Then they went on the yard and shit. Where they was in the movie where they was out there playing basketball and shit, and the niggas was sitting up in the bleachers, but the bleachers was nothing but concrete slabs that's going up. So I'm looking at the concrete slabs. Matter of fact, I had to walk down the slabs to kind of, I had to walk down some stairs to even get down in that pit. And then when I got down in there, then I realized how high, because it's about 20 or 30 feet down in that pit just to hit the yard. So when you down in there, and then the wall's 20, 30 feet high above foot level when you come out the door. It's up there. But it's up there when you down in there. If you sit on the bleachers, if you sit up on concrete bleachers, you might be able to see a little bit of the city. You can see some of the city, matter, but it's far. But you can smell the shit, you can hear the shit. If you listen, you can hear horns and shit. Cause you on an island, but the only thing close to you that was sound is this city right here, about 30 minutes away. But it's across the water, so it's wide open. So you can kind of pick up the energy off, But that was some bullshit, man. I walked down there, man, and I walked down there on the yard. Handball, had the brick wall, had the fucked up basketball courts. I was like, damn. I said, this is some bullshit. Then I was walking around. Then they took us in this room. They was like, yeah, this is the movie room. This room, used to be Friday nights. Used to be the nights in this room. Dark ass room. Dark ass room. Um, Pretty big size room. It wasn't enough room for all them people that was that they could be stored up in there. But I guess it was for good people. Well, I don't know. It fit a decent amount of people. Like I say, it couldn't have been all. It couldn't have been enough for all the people. But it was enough for a majority of a lot of motherfucking people. So they say they would go up in there, smoke cigarettes. They say they had cigarettes and shit, so they could smoke cigarettes in that room. He was like they used to watch movies in here, dark in them off. I'm talking about dark like a movie theater. Not even like a movie theater. Even a movie theater had more lights than that motherfucker. I mean, I guess when it was movie night and that bitch, it was probably a little bit more light in there because it wasn't no lights in there. It was a little light. They had some electricity in that bitch. It was a little shit they had in there running, but it wasn't like they didn't have a movie projector running and all that shit. But you could tell the scene from it was a dark ass dungeon ass scene. But um, black and white ass movies playing on that projector shit. You sitting up in there, nigga, smoking and smoky and motherfucker foggy. You got the guard he in there looking through the thing and shit. They trying to control what's going on. They can't control what's going on. There's a mania in that room. Motherfuckers getting knocked off, hit with shanks. He told the story. So I said to myself, I said, man, that's crazy. I said, oh, hell no. Then he took us to this other room. And when we got to that room, it was a case. And in this case, it was lit up too. And you could see all the shanks, not all of them, but a nice amount. You could see a pretty decent uh, amount of little makeshift shit they was making and shit like that up in there. So they show you all this shit. So now you looking at the shit they was hitting niggas up with because they had them in a case and they was shaped in that motherfucker, fashioned, and they was designed in that place from that place. And every piece of material that you see that was in there was a piece of steel off something in that motherfucker. And it was just different varieties of different type of weapons. Big shit, little shit, mainly shit. So I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, so this is boy, this was a hellhole. Boy, y'all remember when Clint Eastwood when he was in the shower and a big white boy walked up on him and was like, hey man, this is that retarded nigga. And then he put hands on him, whooped him up, and they got him up out the shower. He lumped up. Then he went back down into the yard. When he went back down into the yard, the dude was like, he was like, hey man, watch he was like, watch the big nigga. He coming from behind you right now and shit like that. And the nigga had the shit on him and shit. He was coming to hit him. And nigga seen it coming, turned around, put hands on him again. I was like, boy, them motherfuckers, boy, they was some damn food. But yeah, man, we went over there and shit. And I had to get the hell up out of there, man. For real. Yeah. After I seen all the shanks and shit, once I seen the shanks, I was like, no, once I seen once I seen that movie room, that projector room, movie night, motherfucker talking about cigarettes is pitch dark in this motherfucker den. The motherfucker showed all the wetters they had in the glass case. Then I already walked out there on the basketball court and all that shit down. I said, man, hell, man, we the fuck about this motherfucker. Yeah, we get ready to go, everybody. Yeah, we didn't seen it, and all that type of shit. Hell yeah, we didn't seen it. Nigga, we just seen it, did it. Niggas trying to get about this motherfucker. Take me, get me back on the ferry. For real, get me back on the other side of the trap because I can't deal with no shit like that. But yeah, man. But if they decide to open that up and they go back up in there and patch that hole up, because that boy still got that hole up in there. That hole is still in his cell. Matter of fact, The mask, now them other cells you can go in. You could you can go in and you walk in, close the door, you play with shit, whatever you want to do, whatever. But that cell, the one that Clint Eastwood was his name Norris, whatever that nigga name was, last name Norris and shit, Horace or whatever his motherfucking name was. Yeah, they got him in there. They got his face mask that he made from scratch with the hair from the barbershop that he collected from the barbershop. They got all the original shit in there. The sheet, some of his that suitcase he used to cover up the damn thing. They got that up in there. They got a few little items up in there and shit like that. And they got the nigga Norris laying there with hair and shit with the mask with the sheet over his face a little bit. Oh yeah. Boy, I said, damn. I said, that's crazy. That nigga tricked these niggas. Then you can see the little hole down there under the sink where he crawled up through there. So yeah, if they do go in, but yeah, if they open that back up, they gonna. But they said the salt water is what made the concrete uh weak. So he was able to chisel through the concrete with a fingernail clipper, with a spoon. He took the spoon, he sharpened it, turned it into a chisel, and went to work. And it was just like sand, wet sand. So he wasn't really chiseling into no hard shit, no hard granite and shit like that. No, that shit was loose, soft. Because once that concrete got eroded from that salt water, it made it good to just go through there. Now that place been sitting up there for shit, I don't know how long now. But it's been sitting up there for too long, so I don't think that I don't think that opening it back up, putting people in there would be 2026. That old motherfucker, yeah, niggas would go in there and start tearing that motherfucker up. Like for real, that motherfucker would have to have some real power. Because if not, but I think they wouldn't just throw people in and be like, okay, just patch the hole and throw them back in there. Like, nah, they have to go in. They might shit. They might spend some money up in there. Spend a couple billion, spend a few billion or whatever, and get it, and to get it refurbished and shit. Do a little makeover in there. Take all the shit, take all the sinks out. All them sinks outdated. You probably can't even use them motherfuckers no more. So take all them sinks out, put the metal ones in there. Or they might say, man, fuck them sinks. Ain't nothing wrong with them sinks. And let them niggas use the same sinks that they was using that they've been using it on. Do the water work? Yeah. Cool. And up in there, the good part about it up in there is that um the showers, didn't do that. The showers didn't do nothing but pump hot water. See? So if people was thinking about oh, I'm gonna get immune to this cold water right quick. So every night or every day, whatever, I'm gonna try to take a couple showers, but I'm gonna take cold showers and just get used to that frigid ass ice water hitting me. So when I jump in this ocean, my body already used to this 30, 40 degree shit, cold water shit. I got 30 minutes. Well, it's gonna take you a couple of hours if you swimming. That ferry took 30 minutes. Nigga on foot, paddling and shit. Boy, I'm trying to tell you. So they gave them niggas hot water with very hot showers, warm. You couldn't even get no cold water out of it. When you take a shower in there, you hit one button, hot. Ain't no put a little cold on it to cool it down a little bit. It ain't no uh cut the hot all the way off and just let the cold just run. That hell no. It was only one button in that motherfucker. It was a hot button. So if you get water on you, it was hot, it was warm, and you wasn't finna get used to You weren't finna get used to no you weren't finna get used to nothing cold. Ain't no ice in that motherfucker, nothing. You ain't finna sit there with no ice water or nothing. Hell no. So what they did was um they couldn't uh they couldn't use that water as a they couldn't use that water as a tool to try to get used to that ocean. But them niggas didn't give a damn. They tried to do that water shit. Matter of fact, I think that they tried to do some shit with the water. They was doing something to try to get used to that cold water. But do you know that last nigga they left was that nigga named Scotty? Boy, they did the nigga wrong. They did Scotty. Boy, they did Scotty all kind of way. What's that dude named? The last dude that he was jumping up in there. He was jumping. He was like, "Hey man, come, y'all pull me up, pull me, yeah, y'all pick me up." He looking up at them, they looking down at this nigga. Look at this nigga. Like they used that nigga as a tool, as a pawn. Like they knew somebody was gonna get left because everybody had to lift everybody up. That was the only way to get to the shaft. So if everybody needed a helping hand in the lift, who was gonna lift him up at the end when there wasn't nobody there but him left? He should have thought about that. Like, wait a minute, bro. This ain't adding up. This really ain't adding up. So, but it wasn't meant for him. It wasn't meant for him. But you know what? The sirens was going off. They was pressed for time. Dude was down there. He was jumping like, "Hey, y'all get me!" But then they didn't even have nothing to even pull him up. But it was like they didn't even try to get the nigga. But they didn't even think. But like I was saying, they were thinking, okay, this nigga dumb, so we finna leave him because this nigga can get us caught. This nigga don't know what's going on and shit. So they left that nigga down in the thing. What else? But that's some cold game. This nigga done lifted all these niggas. Give me a hand. Right. This nigga, he jump up. He get up there. Oh, okay. He doing it. He crawl up his back. Everybody crawling, everybody wiggling. At the end, this nigga the last nigga down there. He just standing up there. He just standing up there. He like, damn. So these niggas, so this nigga stuck. So this nigga had to crawl back, even if he even knew how to find his way back to that shit. This nigga, they left that nigga high and dry. Boy, I'd have been sad, but that would have been, boy, for a motherfucker like me, that would have been like the saddest day of my life. For real. Nigga, we didn't plan on getting up out this motherfucker. We all together. We all know the plan. We all done chiseled our way out ourselves because all that, like I said, all that concrete, that salt water, that shit corroded. This shit ate that shit up. So everybody was able to chisel, get enough, get enough concrete after you chisel, put them in your pockets, load your pockets up. There ain't nothing but concrete, dirt, rock. And then when you go to the yard, you stand up, you stand up over a little bit of gravel down there on the yard a little bit in the dirt, around there with a little dirt at, a little gravel. And then you take your hand, dig it in your pocket, you grab the concrete, and you kind of sprinkle it, you throw it, spread it out there. You kind of spread it out all around and shit like that. Motherfuckers never see it. You see, so they all chiseled their way out that motherfucker. But damn, the lead dude was crazy. But yeah, they had to shut that motherfucker. After that, they was like, man, you know what? We gotta shut it down. Cause that was the worst of the worst. That was supposed to be for the worst of the worst too. Cause that wasn't no regular that wasn't no regular joint. If you thought it was a regular joint, that wasn't no regular joint. Hell no. That was a 5 yard. That was a super max. Hell yeah. That was a West Coast. That was a motherfucking Berry, a motherfucking ADX or some shit like that. People, the people that was going there, they was going there for like they was big time mob bosses with hits. Mob bosses with with a lot of hits and uh, big time motherfuckers and serial people like that and what other kind of motherfuckers they had coming to them motherfuckers and people that did shit to the guards and shit in other institutions and shit like that. Well, stab a guard up and shit. Like, okay, nigga, you going over here. But when you get over there, boy, they do your ass off. Boy, wasn't no look. That was the last step. From there, you wasn't going nowhere but to the graveyard. Wasn't no love. And it wasn't no love, but you could have a little bit of love. People had a little bit of, they ain't had that much love. Though. Wasn't no love in that motherfucker. Unless you was, connected. Mm-hmm. But that motherfucker, that was a rough ride for you. That was your last stop. Cause you wasn't gonna just get there. Like you didn't just get there for nothing. Like you was for real when you came up in there. Or they, put you, they put you through there like that. But yeah, that was some cold shit back in the day. Yeah, that was some real cold shit. And this nigga sitting up there talking about he trying to figure out a way to open it. Nigga, he think about some of the most heinous shit to do to people. All that goddamn money, nigga, that's all you can come up with. Some shit like this. Boy, that's crazy. Boy, y'all stay tuned to this real game, though, man. Cause I'm finna whiz, I'm finna get up out of here. I'm finna call this damn girl. Cause she ain't. Cause they going to. So I gotta see what's going on. So yeah, I gotta wiggle. So yeah, y'all stay tuned to this real shit. Cause like I said, I will be back. What's on the menu for tomorrow? Well, I don't know, but I got an idea. So I was thinking of this lamb. Oh, I have to think of something better than that. You know what? I do got an idea. I think I'm gonna roll with it. I might roll with a steak or something. Who knows, man? Y'all stay tuned to this real game.